Hello everybody, my name is Nerdak and welcome back to another episode of my single player Let's Play Survival. Today we've got quite a lot planned. This is going to be the last video that we're going to record in 1.15 before we update to 1.16. When the video for 1.16 will be out on Friday. And I am very excited to get myself that netherite gear and explore the new nether and also start incorporating the new nether bricks and building blocks into some buildings within the city, which we are going to be certainly cracking on with very soon. But now, let's get straight into the video. Hello, llama. But yeah, so the first thing I've noticed is these fields are way too small. So if we look at the field right here, that's like a medium-sized field, I'll say. But these fields around the city entrance need to be a lot bigger. So I'm going to make this one, and I'm going to probably, at some point, I'm going to expand it to be like this whole area. And then this one, I'm going to expand it to be that whole area there, kind of like going around the city, right around the path next to the city walls. And this one here, that's right next to the entrance, I'm going to turn it into like a pumpkin patch, because I don't think it made much sense being a very small wheat field. So I think a pumpkin patch make a lot more sense right by the city entrance. But first, I did some terraforming. You get a bit of a sneak peek over there in the corner. But I've done some terraforming in the city, so I'm going to do that and show you the time lapse right now. Hope you enjoyed that quick time lapse, but this place is certainly looking a lot cooler, a lot more dynamic than the land that was currently there before. And when we start getting some houses and some roads on this hill, it's going to look fantastic. And when I get more of the terraforming done, because I'm not just leaving this space open like it is now, and just torched up underneath quite a lot to try and stop mob spawning. And eventually I'm probably just going to rip all this dirt out to use it to build up the top here. But yeah, I've got quite a lot more terraforming to do. This is no way near as expansive as I want it to be. It is going to be insane. Like, because I really want a nice look of like when you're over at the docks, you can see like the city kind of rising up to the hill with all the different roofs on like different tiers going up. And I'm gonna have like flatter areas like here that are just like a few smaller houses and a little courtyard. On the flat, maybe a little market area and stuff like that. And on the top, when we eventually get to the top, the area is going to be a lot flatter in this large area over here, as this is going to be where we're going to have the cathedral off in towards the birch forest there. So that'll be like imposing over the city, like the back of the city. And then we're going to have like the factories over there, which are a bit low down, so they're not, but then we can like smokestacks and stuff. So we're really dynamic in terms of heights, so we've not just got a flat city, so it should look really cool. What I want to do first is I just want to build up another house here real quick, and then I thought we would go through and talk about how I'm going to plan out the roads and the buildings along them. So I've got a bunch of concrete powder that I want to place down as the planning, and we'll talk through that process. So we've got pretty much everything here that we're going to need to build up this house. So first of all, I'm going to grab some stone and andesite and some oak logs. We're going to need them to start off this house, as well as some spruce stairs and some spruce trapdoors. And yeah, some light blue glass and some dark oak trapdoors. And oak some note leaves. That's what we're going to need to start off with. The rest of this we shouldn't need straight away. Some of it as well is for some detailing I want to do in the city entrance. So I want to build like a guard shack. But first of all, we're just going to go along and kind of go along this shape of the path here, but with like a small stone wall that's going to go 3 high. And then just go like 2 along, and then out again, 2 wide. So nice and simple like this. And so we're going to knock through and place the door here. Cut out that there. Nope, that's not where I want the door. We will put the door right here. That's where I want the door. We're just going to go ahead and place some temporary blocks along the back here. Oh, scaffolding will do. And we are going to add some stripped oak logs like sideways. So like this, running along. So just adds an extra bit of detail on the front. Then we're going to add some trapdoors under the bottom like this. And that is pretty much the lowest layer of the house done, apart from adding in a simple bit of, I already grabbed it, glass pane here, a couple of trapdoors, and we're going to add a bit of podzol in. Then let's go on to the second layer. So if I use my scaffolding and climb on up, we are going to just, for now, we're going to texture it later with some planks. Actually, yeah, can we do this now? I always like adding texture in because it just makes a bit of a big difference. So we're just going to go ahead and pillar up. Then we're going to add the glass window here and another window here. We're going to remove this bit of the roof here. So it's fine. Don't mind if you have to remove bits of the house like next to it, like the roof and stuff, because it will sandwich in eventually. And once the whole city's built up, the odd like block not looking right next to another block, that won't really be that noticeable. It's just like you want the whole grander picture of the city to look nice. You don't want to be wasting too much time like, oh, that doesn't line up exactly perfect. But yeah, carry on building this up and we'll get something that looks like this. It's nice and simple. I need a few more dark oak trapdoors. So get a few of these. Nope, that's not how you make trapdoors. There you go. A few of those, that should do. And place one here and a couple like so. And then we can add some leaves. Like so, just to add a bit of bushiness to the front of the house. That always adds a lot of detail. And if we head on up, we're just going to carry on the same pattern we did on the first layer. So we're going to go stair, trapdoor, stair, trapdoor, stair, and trapdoor. I hope you're enjoying this, me building up a house with you guys, which kind of makes a bit of a change to just doing them all in time lapses. So let me know if you prefer just me to get a few done in time lapse, or if you want me to actually build them up with you. Let me know your thoughts on that. So I'm just going to do another layer up the top here. We're not going to do like the sideways planks this time, and we're going to put the window in the middle this time. Shall we? No, let's put it on the same place. Just build these up. Window. And like so. And then this is starting to look pretty good. It's already like adding in just an extra house makes this street looking a lot better already. So we'll add some detailing to the front again. I'm going to add in some flower pots as well to this. So actually we're going to run out of trapdoors. I wish trapdoors were cheaper. Trapdoors are very expensive in this game. I'll push there and do a bit out. That's annoying, that scaffolding. You can't really shift to place blocks. Nope, that's not one place. Get that back. Like so, just a bit of bush variation. And on the top here, we are actually going to go up another block again. So we're just going to do this with planks, as we're not going to be able to see this. Okay, we're just going to place them stairs. I placed that wrong. Trying to figure out on the top of my head building. This is why I like not building on camera, because I can just kind of just do it and have all these brain fart moments by myself. And it looks great in a time lapse. So we're just going to build the house, like roof structure up like this, but then on the end we're going to add a extra stair. And we're going to do the same on this side, but then turn it over. And we're just going to build up a few blocks like so, and then eventually we're going to have it like a double pointed roof. So it's not going to go straight up to one peak, it's going to go up, go back down a little bit, then go back up again, and then go down to the roof, at the end of the roof on the other side. This is looking pretty good so far. I think I'm going to do a bit more of this off camera, because like the other side of this is virtually a repeat. And then I'll show you what I've done for the roof, and that's pretty much the house. There's nothing much more to it. Quite nice and simple. If you take the scaffolding down, looks pretty good. I'll add a couple of flower pots in, add a lantern. I'm going to add a little bit of extra detail with some slabs and some trapdoors under the bottom there. So yeah, I'll show you back when I've done some more progress. I've managed to get the rest of the house built up, and it's looking pretty fine. Just got a bit of extra detail, like I said, on the roof there, with some slabs and trapdoors. And yeah, missing half the house. Yep. No, this is just because we're going to build another house along here, and then the wall of the next house that we're going to build is going to take up this space here. Got a nice little chimney, got a couple of windows that are just looking into a roof. I mean, that one you can actually see down to the street slightly, and that's quite good, but the other one just really is just to let light in. So we've got some more chimney, and we've got the double peaked of the roof, and that's looking pretty snazzy. But now I've got myself a bunch of concrete and some cobblestone to plan out the roads and the buildings. So I think I'm going to maybe do a colour code, or just do them to differentiate the plots next to each other, which I think is going to be the most likely option of what's going to happen. So let's get some planning done. I think I might turn off shaders for this, but I am loving using them, and I'm trying to make the most of them, because on update to 1.16 for the episode for Friday, it's not going to be acceptable. It's going to be all the new great content, but then I'm not going to have shaders, I'm not going to have replay mod. So I'm got my fingers crossed that they'll be updated super soon. So can't wait for that. So to start off, I think I want to have some bigger buildings like along the docks, like maybe a couple of warehouses, as if so like shipments come straight off the docks and into some warehouses, and kind of like have these as maybe like small like workshops and stuff, kind of leaning over towards the what's it called, factory area. However, I also do want to have some quite nice houses, so I think we're going to have like a mix. So it'll be like an area of nice houses, some workshops, and like warehouses. And yeah, I'll get some planning done, and we'll see how it looks. I may have gotten a little bit more carried away with the planning, but it's going pretty well. Got a fair few buildings planned out, and like the roads. So I'll give you a quick walkthrough of my thought process. So we've got this area. There's either going to be like I think I'm going to build like a tower sort of style building to go over the elevator, and leave it open at the top so I could fly in and out through the top, but I can still walk in and drop down, or use the elevator if it's there. Now, so I've got like a big building here and a small building here. So this is going to be a street, but it's going to be kind of a narrow street. So it's going to start wide, with this large open area, but it's going to get narrower and kind of get around this tight corner. It's not too narrow though, so still could get like a small cart through, and it'll join up the main road. And this main road connects the top, which will go right to the top of the hill, and we'll also head down straight to the docks, and even onto the like pier that sticks out from the docks. And got some buildings that are lining this road here, and it's wide enough to get a decent sized cart through, which is ideal because you're taking goods off the docks and taking them to factories or the workshops, maybe up to the town centre. People sell the goods in the market and stuff. So yeah, got a few buildings. So I'm thinking maybe probably the bottoms are going to be like warehouses or like workshops, and have like housing on the top. I think that would look quite nice, and so therefore these are quite big, and I could split them up. Say the same building I could split up into like 2 units essentially, so I have 2 different like workshops and accommodation, but have the building in the same style, which would look pretty neat. and I've got all different shapes and like diagonals and things like that, so certainly make the city really interesting rather than just square everywhere. One area that's got a bit messy because I need to move the mules and stuff, and I need to move this villager breeder, is over here. So I've got a couple of houses planned out on this path, so this road's going to be wide enough to get like a medium-sized cart through again, but kind of narrow, so you're going to have buildings lining on both sides. But we're going to have a small little gap here, which is going to have some toilets again for me to drop down and get in and out of my storage room. And I'm also going to have a path that runs underneath this building. So this building's, it's quite a small building. I'm thinking like a really small shop, and then like a small like bit of living area on the top. And I think it's maybe like a tall, like small footprint, but kind of tall building. So it might be 3 stories. And then this is going to be like an archway. So it's going to be an archway here with like the toilets, and then a very narrow alleyway. And then you actually walk underneath part of the building. So it's going to be a really, really small, like actual interior area. So like this may be like only like a 1 wide bit of alleyway, but it's going to be a really tiny like shop inside. And then you're going to turn right and head on the alleyway down the back and open maybe into like a small courtyard behind a few buildings around here, and you can have like a path that like connects from the main road here into like the courtyard, and then maybe pops out the other side and connects to a road, a small road joining up with the main roads. So I'm going to have loads of little like nifty little like small alleyways and stuff you can traverse through the city, which is going to add like a lot of like character to the city and also make it probably a bit of a maze sometimes. But yeah, so I'm really happy with the layout I've kind of got with this and how I'm like designing the road layout, and I've got so many ideas and I can't wait to start building. But this is gonna take a lot of work to build up this many buildings. This is like, let me have a count real quick. So this is already 15 buildings that I've planned out the layout for. So that's quite a lot of houses, and this is going to be like a really small percentage of the city. So I've got a lot of work and a lot of building to do. But I can't wait, and I can't wait to be in 1.16. So I'm going to probably wait off from building quite a lot of these houses until I update for the Friday episode. I won't do any building on the Friday episode. I just want to kind of like get exploring and stuff like that, and get myself some netherite gear, etc. But yeah, because there'll be like the black stone bricks we could use for like kind of slate roofs and stuff like that, and the new wood colors for roofs. So I'm really excited to get building. Adds a lot more blocks to the block palette for the city, which will look absolutely amazing. But for now, let's go and head over towards the city entrance, as I want to build like a little guard shack, a little like cart and stuff, and a small little fountain as well, just to add a bit more into this entrance, because I feel it's quite bare and open at the moment. So let me get some stuff together. Right, let's build up a quick little guard shack. So I just want to do a really, really simple design for this. Just a bit of like a undercover area where they can sit and do guardy stuff and watch all the people coming in and out the city gate. So nothing too complicated. Just something nice and simple that looks pretty good. So I'm going to build this up real quick. There we have it, nice looking guard shack, which just adds a lot more details to the entrance rather than just coming through it just being completely open. And once it's got the fountain and a little cart in, it should look beautiful, the city entrance. Rather than, yeah, because that's looking way better. There's actually like stuff going on rather than just grey. I still need to bring the wisteria down for like here, and also do the same on the outside. I just don't know why, but I just keep on forgetting to do it. I just need to add some leaves and a couple of fence posts going down to these like foliage patches to look like it's climbed up the wall. But I'll eventually get around to doing it. I'll remember one day. Just put that down, and let's build a cart up real quick. So I want to build a rink here. And if I build something nice and simple, shouldn't be too hard to build it up. Place down a brewing stand, place down like a cup. It's like like a medieval coffee stall, I guess. Let's go red, white, red. And then we just need to add some wheels onto this. I'm going to use some oak trapdoors that. Yep, 4 wheels. There you go. Nice, simple, nice little coffee cart. I haven't got the materials to build a fountain though, as I want to use dark prismarine and I don't have enough of that, so I need to, some point in the next few episodes, I need to get around to finally building a guardian farm. But that's it today, guys. We've just got one last thing to do, and that is go into 1.16. So I'm going to eat some chicken, and let's go and head into the 1.16 nether. So if I drop down into... there we go. I actually did that. Didn't surprise I'll do that. And then, yeah, let's head over into the nether. So before I jump in, if you did like this episode, do make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in 1.16. Let's go. Whoa.